Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for how a Realist Kingdom rebuilt the kingdom. A Realist Hero rebuilt the kingdom, what am I saying? Episodes 2 to 4. I actually thought that I had gotten this one uploaded long ago, to be completely honest with you. I guess I didn't because I went and checked, and there was no video there except for the first episode, and I'm like, what? Now, to be completely honest, I had not worked on this show in a while. I've only gotten up to episode 5 recorded, and I'm almost done editing episode 5. So, at most, I could get you guys 2 more videos for this show before I have to start working on the show again. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to edit some more Hunter x Hunter, so that's gonna take a bit, so I won't be able to get that out today. Oh, that was actually the indicator that it's done. Let me close out on that. Anyway, there are 3 episodes to this one. But, anyway, we find out, who his bride-to-be is. Alicia, the, daughter of the king. The, youngest daughter? Or was it the oldest daughter? I can't remember. Because I could have sworn there was 2 sisters. I'm guessing it was the younger sister, I guess. And she shows up thinking that essentially the worst has happened, where the kingdom was overtaken and her father had to surrender the kingdom to the attacker. That is obviously not the case. And she quickly finds this out and finds out they are essentially betrothed at this point. Well, she's not too keen on the idea, to be completely honest. Actually, no, I think it's the only daughter. But she decides to give him a chance to prove that he actually can handle ruling the kingdom. And he, is working on paperwork with everybody else just about all night at some point. And thankfully he's able to use magic to do that, to help him, which cuts out a lot of time. How he's able to multitask like that is beyond me, to be completely honest, because he has to, if he's controlling those things, he has to be able to see what it says on there in order to be able to write the right information. So he's having to see at least, 3, 4 of the papers besides the one he's working on, plus think about what has to go on each one, and write it down at the same time? Jesus, man. How he's able to do that, I do not know. Because it's all moving at the exact same time, essentially. Anyway, he takes her out into the kingdom and essentially tells her that we're going to stop focusing on cotton and start working on other stuff, because they've essentially worked the poor soil to death with the cotton. So they need to focus on something else, so that way they can get more stuff that the people could use. And they actually end up meeting with the night captain, or, the captain of the guard, and he seems like a nice guy, though I have been fooled before in the past on characters being nice. But so far, it seems like he is nice. I hope. Anyway, he ends up telling the guy that, yeah, I'm gonna need some retainers who will actually do what I need them to do for the betterment of the kingdom, because the old retainers were part of the problem. So, he ends up he decides to use the broadcast thing to try and get some actual advisors and retainers that he can actually use. And he sends out that message across, I think, the entire kingdom. And he gets 5 people to actually apply. One is a dark elf. I don't remember their names except for one, which is the little girl. And she essentially asks for help because her area where she lives is she lives in like a gigantic forest. And she's asking for help because some of the trees are dying because, essentially, like he said, there's no room for the trees to grow So they are attacking each other, essentially. All they gotta do is get rid of some of the trees, thin it out a little bit, and the trees will have more room to grow and prosper. She takes this idea to heart, and I think pledges her loyalty, essentially, to him. Let's see, there was one... Oh, they got a bard, songstress, how do you pronounce, whatever it is, a lady who can sing, and he gets her to, I cannot talk today, guys. I don't know why. Anyway, he has her listen to a song on his phone that he has still, and he gets her to, give them a taste of what she can do, and she's got an amazing voice. How she was able to be able to sing that song when it's not only in another language, but it's the first time she's hearing it, and sing it really well, I might add, is akin to her talent. And then we get another guy, a guy who is good with food. He has traveled the world, checked out all sorts of recipes, ingredients, and everything. And Soma recognizes that talent and gets him, to be part of his advisors or whatever. And then we get the other guy who was using that guy as a test to see how well Soma would do as a leader, because he was thinking that either he was going to do that or he was going to discard him and say that that's not a talent, which would have proved that he's not open-minded. And then that's the guy is like assassin, I think, or something like that. Let me know if I'm wrong, because it's been a long time since I've seen the show. Anyway, they got the little girl, the only one I think I know the name of, Tomoya, and it turns out she has the ability to talk to animals, being a mystic wolf demon, I guess. I think. Demon? Let me know. I don't think it's the same thing. But she ends up revealing to him that she has the ability to not only talk to animals, but she can also communicate with demons, which is normally unheard of. Later on, he ends up going over this with the others, and they need to keep her safe, obviously, because this could turn the tide in their war against the demons. So they are offered different options, like him adopting her as his daughter, because, he could do that. But since he and Licia aren't married yet, that isn't an option. And it could also be where they could offer her as a princess consort, which means she would marry him instead, and she's only 10, which even he agreed that's way too young, obviously. Him and Alicia are in agreement on that one. But he also gives the option, well, why can't the former king and queen adopt her? It would still be the same thing, like if he was to adopt her, but he doesn't have to do that. And she ends up agreeing after finding out that not only would she be able to stay there at the castle, but I think it's her mother and her brother as well, because they would be related to him, because he's going to be marrying Licia, and she's going to be adopted as her little sister, so it would work out with that. As for what they're going to do now, they still have to work on that. They got to wait a little bit before announcing the adoption, or else it'll look strange. In order to get more people invested in this whole thing, they decided to host a little cooking show where they show off different ingredients and recipes, and also be able to give people a new way to eat certain foods that they might not have seen before, especially for the poor. He ends up making a dish native to Japan. I don't remember what the name of it is. Let me know, because I didn't check that part of the video. And then, he had given the food guy, I can't remember his name. I can't remember any of their names, to be honest. Dang it, what was the satchel called? It was some kind of like a bag of holding in D&D where you can carry a ton of items in it, so he could carry all the ingredients in it that he found. But, yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting show. It's like a isekai slice of life type thing. Let me know, in the comments what you guys think of this show, and I will see you all next time.